Welcome to the Hill. College is designed to be a memorable experience, not merely because of the academic rigor that develops the mind, but because of the wonderful connections established and the enriching opportunities that help to promote a well-balanced student. The purpose of this video is to educate on a topic that has been addressed by university communities nationwide. Title IX is a federal law that works to protect stakeholders participating in an educational program or activity. If violated, it has the potential to put a damper on a student's college experience. Our goal is to ensure that you are in the know about this law, the possible violations, and your rights as a student so that you can have a safe and successful tenure at Alabama A&M University.
Did you know that Title IX is a federal civil rights law in the United States of America that was passed as part of the Education Amendments Act of 1972? It prohibits discrimination against any person based on sex in a federally funded education program or activity. The university community and its guests have the right to be free from all categories of sex or gender discrimination and wrongdoing. And Alabama A&M University is fully committed to providing and maintaining a safe and conducive learning environment. It is expected that everyone should conduct themselves in a manner that does not infringe on the rights of others. Our university policies surrounding this law are in place to protect all members of the campus community, regardless of their sexual orientation or gender identities.
Did you know that Title IX originated for the sole purpose of ensuring gender equity in athletics? The law sought to serve equal opportunities and resources for female athletes, but eventually expanded to address other areas of discrimination based on sex. Over time, sexual misconduct was added to the Title IX umbrella. Some of the behaviors that constitute sexual misconduct include sexual assault, dating violence, domestic violence, and stalking. Sexual harassment is unwelcome conduct that is determined by a reasonable person to be so severe, pervasive, and objectively offensive that it denies a person equal access to an education program or activity. This type of behavior creates a hostile environment. There is another type of harassment known as quid pro quo. This behavior involves unwelcome sexual advances, requests for sexual favors, and other verbal or physical conduct of sexual nature by a person having power or authority over another. It suggests an exchange. If you give me this, I'll give you that.
This test really got me stressed out. I don't even feel like eating dinner.
Oh, babe, why?
Because I didn't do as well as I thought I was going to. I studied for it, but like I just...
So did you ask for help?
I went up to Miss Miller after class, asking if I could, talk to her about the test, and she told me to give her a call,
Okay.
I felt a little uncomfortable about it because of a few other occasions, we had where she tried to brush up on me, and kind of just made me feel uncomfortable about being one-on-one with her,
Oh, well, okay.
But,
I think you're being a little dramatic, but call her and let's see.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah. Put on speaker.
All right. Let's see. Hopefully she answered the phone.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hey, Dr. Miller, this is Derek. Only told me to give you a call.
Yeah. Hi, Derek. How are you?
I'm good. I was calling about the extra credit opportunity that might be available to give me the points I need to get my grade in good standing.
Oh, yeah, the extra credit. Sure, I'd be happy to help you. Anything for you, sweetheart. You're just as adorable as you want to be. But I'm not going to be on campus tomorrow. I have some things that I need to do from home. If you want to stop by my place, we could have a little something to drink and just talk about how we can fix your grade.
I'm not really sure if that's the most appropriate way to go about it.
Well, now, I'm doing this favor for you. So if I need you to stop by my place, then you may need to stop by my place. What are you? Are you worried about that little girlfriend of yours, what she's gonna think? Come on. You think about your grade and you give me a call back, okay?
All right, Miss.
All right. Bye.
I don't want to intrude, but to me, like, she wants you.
I tried to tell you that. I tried to tell you.
You need to report her.
Alabama A&M University is committed to creating a safer environment. Any student that feels that they have a Title IX concern should report the incident immediately to one of our 2 Title IX coordinators. If you believe that you have been the victim of inappropriate behavior from another student, then you should report this behavior immediately to our Title IX coordinator for students, who is Ms. Tanisha Smith. If you believe that you have been the victim of inappropriate behavior from an employee of the university, then you should report the behavior immediately to myself, who is Dr. Jared Walton in the Office of Human Resources.
Retaliatory harassment is denying persons access to benefits of any educational program for the refusal to welcome sexual advances or provide sexual favors. A hostile environment is created when sexual harassment is so severe, persistent, and objectively offensive that it denies or limits someone's ability to participate in or benefit from the university's educational, social, or residential program. Sexual harassment may be disciplined when it takes the form of quid pro quo harassment, retaliatory harassment, and/or creates a hostile environment.
Sexual assault also encompasses the following: dating violence, domestic violence, and stalking. Dating violence is violence committed by a person who is or has been in a social relationship of a romantic or intimate nature with the victim. Domestic violence is a felony or misdemeanor crime of violence committed by a current or former spouse or intimate partner of the victim, by a person with whom the victim shares a child in common, by a person who is living with or has lived with the victim as a spouse or intimate partner. This includes living together as roommates or suitemates in a college residence hall or apartment. Stalking is engaging in a course of conduct directed at a specific person that would cause that reasonable person to fear for his or her own safety or for the safety of others, as well as suffer substantial emotional distress. Some examples of stalking behavior include repeated and unwanted communications through phone calls, emails, mail, or social media sites, following a person to work, school, home, or other places where they frequently visit, making threats to a person, either directly or indirectly, damaging a person's home, car, or other property, or threatening to do so, posting information or spreading rumors about that person, repeatedly sending unwanted gifts, and obtaining information about a person through the use of public records, online searches, or by contacting the person's friends, family, and coworkers.
Hey, buddy. Where you been?
Josh, what are you doing here?
What you mean, what am I doing here?
Why
We've been
you-
meaning to finish our conversation. we was talking yesterday.
No, you follow me around
But-
everywhere. You
no,
follow
but we
me
got
around
some-
my job.
I was
you
trying to
follow
finish
me
explaining
around.
the situation. You took it the wrong way.
No, you're everywhere.
So why you
I
trying
know.
to, what are you doing? Girl! Alright, we're gonna talk about this later.
That dude is crazy. She lives in my dorm and he was outside last night.
Meet them out your business.
No, they were about to fight.
You were about the
He's
wrong
going
thing.
to hurt her.
You were worried about what
Dude,
we
she
doing
needs
tonight.
help. She needs help, and we need to help her.
If you really think it's that serious, I know somebody that we can talk to.
Okay.
If you or someone you know has experienced any form of harassment through these means, you are urged to contact our Department of Public Safety and/or our Title IX coordinator for students. Witnessing such behavior means that you're a bystander. Bystanders are strongly encouraged to share what they know about witnessed sexual harassment. Your vigilance will ensure that this behavior does not continue and put others in danger. Reports can be made in person or anonymously through our red flag alert system. Here are some more things that you should know. Non-consensual sexual contact is any intentional sexual touching, however slight, with any object by a person upon another person that is without consent and/or by force. Non-consensual sexual intercourse is any sexual intercourse, however slight, with any object by a person upon another person that is without consent and/or by force. What do we mean by consent? Consent is clear and knowing and voluntary words or actions that give permission for specific sexual activity. Consent is active, not passive. Silence in and of itself cannot be interpreted as consent. Consent can be given by words or actions as long as those words or actions create mutually understandable permission regarding willingness to engage in sexual activity. Consent to any form of sexual activity cannot automatically imply consent to any other forms of sexual activity. Previous relationships or prior consent cannot imply consent to future sexual acts. Consent can be withdrawn once given, as long as this withdrawal is clearly communicated. In order to give consent, one must be of legal age. Sexual activity with someone you know to be or should know to be incapacitated constitutes a violation of Title IX. Incapacitation can occur mentally or physically from a developmental disability, by alcohol or other drug use, or even blackout.
What's with all the bad energy? Why you not responding to me?
Well, this morning I woke up with nothing on, and you were the last person I was with last night.
Yeah, we was at the party together. We shared a few drinks together, and then you invited me back to your room.
Did something happen?
Yeah, we kind of did something.
Oh my gosh. If something happened, we have an issue.
Force. Force is the use of physical violence and/or imposing on someone physically to gain sexual access. Force also includes threats, intimidation, and coercion that overcomes free will. Coercion is unreasonable pressure for sexual activity. When someone makes clear to you that they do not want sex, that they want to stop, or that they do not want to go past a certain point of sexual interaction, continued pressure beyond that point can be coercive. Use of alcohol or other drugs will never function to excuse any behavior that violates this policy. The university's policy on this matter is applicable regardless of the sexual orientation or gender identity of individuals engaging in sexual activity.
Hey girl. Hey. Did you tell anybody about what happened?
Crystal, I'm not doing this. I'm not talking about it. I don't need to
Listen,
discuss
but
this.
listen.
Nobody's business.
Come on, wait. No,
you're not listening to what I'm trying to get.
Come on.
I'm not discussing it with nobody. It's nobody's
Listen,
business.
no, I've told you this before. You need to tell somebody.
I don't want to talk about this.
You need to tell. It's okay to get counseling.
Soda.
It's-
I'm going to get soda from getting this shit. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna be out here. Okay. All right.
Come on.
Cecily, is that you?
Hey, Miss Willoughby.
Hi there.
Hi.
Cecily, what was going on over there?
Oh, just, getting something to drink, I'll be a little thirsty. Yeah.
You sure everything's okay?
Yeah, just having one of those days, girls, we have our days, we don't want to be bothered. Okay, Miss Willoughby, I was at a frat party and me and this young man, we, kind of clicked, kind of vibe together, and we went in the room. Now, I was intoxicated, that I know.
Okay.
But it seemed as if more people was involved in the room.
What do you mean, more people?
It wasn't just him.
Okay, so
I don't want to accuse him of sexually assaulting me, but...
Wait, stop right there. I want to send you down to the Student Health and Counseling Center. There you can talk to a licensed professional. You can see a medical professional as well, just to ensure that you're okay. How does that sound?
It sounds like too many people in my business, Miss Willoughby.
They are mandated to keep all of your personal affairs confidential. You want me to go with you? Go.
Okay, we can go.
The university encourages all students to report sexual misconduct and other Title IX violations to any university employee that the student deems trustworthy. Note, however, that all university employees, apart from counselors and healthcare workers, are required to report the information to the Title IX coordinator. By law, the university is required to take swift and corrective action once receiving a formal grievance. This action includes stopping the misconduct, preventing it from happening again, providing a remedy or resolution, and extending supportive measures to the students.
Alabama A&M University does not tolerate any form of sexual misconduct. Students who believe they have been subjected to discrimination or harassment are strongly encouraged to immediately report the incident to the Title IX coordinator for students, who oversees university compliance with all aspects of its sex harassment, discrimination, and misconduct policy. Once reported, the resolution process involves a preliminary inquiry to determine if there is reasonable cause to believe the policy has been violated. If so, the university will initiate an investigation that is thorough, reliable, impartial, prompt, and fair.
Did you know that in addition to the Title IX coordinator for students and other trusted university employees, you are strongly encouraged to share your incident with the Department of Public Safety? We move swiftly in cooperation with the Title IX coordinator to put supportive measures in place so that you can resume normalcy in your living and learning environment. In addition to university-driven corrective measures, you have the right to press criminal charges. Should you decide to take this route, our department will conduct a criminal investigation. Details on this process can be found in our Title IX Policies and Procedures document. It is an addendum to the Student Code of Conduct, which is found online in our student handbook, Life on the Hill, and on the Judicial Affairs website. Jurisdiction for the investigation and resolution of Title IX cases is limited to conduct which occurs in the university's education program or activity, which occurs in the U.S. and which occurs on property owned or under the control of the university student or student organization. This jurisdiction extends to all of the university's programs or activities, whether they occur on or off campus. Your safety is our primary concern. We will work tirelessly to ensure the protection and well-being of the campus community.
Here are some important terms that you should know regarding the Title IX process. Complainant, also known as victim, is an individual who is alleged to be the victim of conduct that could constitute sexual harassment. Respondent, also referred to as offender, is an individual who has been reported to be the perpetrator of conduct that could constitute sexual harassment. Formal complaint is a document filed by a complainant or signed by the Title IX coordinator alleging sexual harassment against a respondent and requesting that there be an investigation of the allegation of harassment by the university. At the time of the formal complaint, both the complainant and respondent must be actively enrolled students at the educational institution. If students are no longer enrolled, a complainant may still seek to pursue a criminal investigation. Supportive measures are non-disciplinary, non-punitive, individualized services offered as appropriate, as reasonably available, and without fee or charge to the complainant or respondent before or after the filing of a formal complaint.
Once an alleged Title IX violation has been reported, the Title IX coordinator for students will assess the conduct and find out whether the victim or complainant wishes to file a formal complaint. The coordinator will also determine if immediate measures need to be put in place for the safety and well-being of the alleged victim. If a formal complaint is filed, an investigation will be arranged. During the investigation, supportive measures may be provided for both the complainant and alleged offender, who is also referred to as the respondent, that include referral to health and counseling services, altering the housing situation of the respondent or complainant, providing campus escorts, implementing contact limitations between the parties, for example, a no contact order. Based on the findings of the investigation, the coordinator will forward to the Office of Judicial Affairs for sanctioning. If alleged offender respondent disagrees with the findings, a hearing will be scheduled.
At the hearing, the findings of the investigation will be admitted but will not bind the conduct board to a specific decision. Both parties have the right to review all documented evidence regarding the allegation, including the investigative report, at least 10 business days before the hearing. They are also given at least 10 days to respond. Both parties will have access to this evidence during the hearing. The university uses the preponderance of evidence, also known as more likely than not, as a standard for proof of whether a violation occurred. In a campus hearing, legal terms like guilt, innocence, and burdens of proof do not apply. The goal of the hearing is to provide a fair and impartial resolution through a fair and impartial process, respecting the civil and legal rights of all participants. The hearing officers, decision makers, or conduct board will recommend sanctions to the Office of Judicial Affairs if a Title IX violation has occurred. Possible sanctions can be found in our Student Code of Conduct on the university website. Did you know that under the Title IX law, both the complainant and the respondent have very specific rights? Should a hearing be scheduled, both parties have the right to an advisor who may speak on their behalf. This advisor can be appointed by the university or be someone outside of the university community that was selected by the student. The advisor can be a professor, parent, counselor, or attorney. For more details concerning the hearing process and student rights, please see our online student handbook, Life on the Hill, or visit the Judicial Affairs webpage.
Our primary goal is to ensure that your university journey is safe, enjoyable, and remembered for its collectively positive experiences. We ask that you partner with us by reviewing, retaining, and if necessary, applying the helpful instructions shared in this video. Have a wonderful year.